It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for The Last of Us on HBO. Today we're going to be talking about a potential major plot change in the upcoming Season 2 adaptation, which is the part 2 of the story of the game. If you haven't played the game yet, then I suggest you stop watching now because we will be discussing some major spoilers from the game. But stay tuned, we'll be right back to talk about whether Tommy is gonna replace Joel when it comes to his story with Abby. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So, as we already know, The Last of Us Part 2 was a massive success when it released back in 2020. It had a lot of controversy, but it was also very successful. It was the sequel to the critically acclaimed first game, which was Season 1 of the HBO adaptation, and it continued the story of Joel and Ellie. However, there is a theory floating around that the upcoming adaptation of Part 2, which is the Season 2 of the HBO show, might change a significant plot from the game. The theory suggests the character of Abby will not kill Joel, but instead it will be Tommy who dies in that scene. This would obviously be a significant change, and I think less impactful than the game. Still, with Tommy, he's a beloved character, so this will be a gut-wrenching scene, but at the same time, it's gonna change the perspective of the story as the game. It would be very different. While this theory is interesting, there are several reasons why it would be a terrible idea. Even though even Tommy's death would be a massive impact on the story and it would push the story forward in a very interesting way, it wouldn't be the same. Even though Tommy's a fan favorite character, Joel is a more fan favorite character. His death was a huge blow to the audience. You can't really replace that by giving it to Tommy. Many people had grown attached over the years in the game, and that's why it was really, really impactful, and that's why it worked. And killing him off in such a brutal way did not sit well with fans, and maybe that was one of the reasons why it was so impactful, and you can't really replicate that by giving it to Tommy. Changing this scene would alter the dynamic between Abby and Joel. One of the central themes of the game in Part 2 was revenge and how it affects people differently. Revenge specifically with Joel and Ellie. So if they have Tommy go instead, then the revenge aspect of things is not going to work because Abby would have no reason to kill Tommy. She would have a reason to kill Joel because of what he did at the end of the first season, which was from the first part of the game. It wasn't Tommy who killed Abby's father, it was Joel. They emphasized that. So they already set it up, so it doesn't make sense to change it. You know what I mean? So by having Abby kill Joel, it set up a direct conflict between her and Ellie, which drove the story forward. Changing this scene would alter the dynamic and could potentially weaken the story. And obviously, you have to think about whether Ellie would really have that much thirst for vengeance if it's Tommy instead of Joel. The third reason why changing this scene would be a terrible idea is that it hurts the overall pacing of this story. The death of Joel was such a significant turning point in the game that it pretty much put a break point in the story. Like there was a before what happened to Joel part of the story and an after. Even though the before was really short, but still. And I feel like with Tommy, it wouldn't really feel the same and it wouldn't really have the same effect. And it would definitely disrupt the flow of the story. And the story might not be as impactful as it was in the game. I keep emphasizing this because this is a key reason why I feel this would be a terrible idea. But in conclusion, while this theory might be intriguing to some, changing the Joel and Abby scene to Abby and Tommy is a terrible idea because it would not only upset fans of the game, fans who are looking forward to that. I know some people hated that, but some people loved it and want to see it. So you would make them upset, and I don't think that the writers would take the chance to do that. And obviously, it weakens the story's overall impact. But what do you think? Do you agree with me, or do you have a different opinion? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.